I'm picking Crawford. I'm picking Crawford all day. I believe that up to this point in Crawford's career, I believe that Crawford, his ring IQ, ring generalship, his power, his skill set, his experience, right? Being undisputed, right? In multiple weight divisions. I believe that all of that is going to beat Canelo. And I also believe he's going to frustrate Canelo, right? When Canelo gets frustrated, it's like he throws his game plan out the window, right? For example, when he faced Floyd Mayweather, what happened? When Canelo, the younger, stronger, right, and bigger Canelo fought Mayweather, he couldn't catch him at all. He couldn't catch him. And he ultimately became frustrated, right? He did. Mayweather was picking him apart the entire duration of the fight because he just didn't know what to do. Same thing with Skull, his last fight. He couldn't touch Skull. He couldn't catch him. He chased Skull around the entire ring, and only thing he could pretty much do was land body shots, right? He could have cut the ring off. We seen him do it against Caleb Plant. We seen him do it against Floyd Mayweather, but he couldn't cut it off. He couldn't cut Skull off. And we know he can make the adjustments, but he didn't because he was frustrated. Take a look at Crawford. When he fought Kavaliauskas, pretty sure I screwed that up. Terence Crawford was unofficially knocked down in that fight, right? But what happened when Terence Crawford got up? He took it to him. You just embarrassed me? Okay, cool, bet. Terence Crawford, yes, he got caught in the exchange. But ultimately, he ends up stopping Kavaliauskas, right? When he fought Showtime Sean Porter, my favorite. I'm not going to forget what you did to him, but you had to do him like that. But when he fought Sean Porter, what happened? They said, hey, bud, Sean up. You need to make some adjustments, bro. You need to come on because he's winning the fight. That very next round, right? Crawford stops Showtime Sean Porter. Stops him. Something that no one else has done up until that point. Sean Porter even retires after that fight, right? Now, of course, we don't know if that loss was the reason why, but none of that matters right now. The point is, Terence Crawford has that dog in him. And when he got to turn that switch, he turns it on, right? Canelo, when it comes to difficult fights, the two that I just named, he couldn't turn it on because he becomes frustrated, right? Now, I'm not sure what the YouTube channel's name is, but they asked Canelo, they said, what was your most difficult fight or toughest fight? Canelo says, Mayweather wasn't my toughest, but he was my most difficult, right? He said Mayweather was a complete fighter, right? He's a complete fighter, and he has everything in a fighter. And then shortly after, the interviewer goes, well, what about his power? Canelo goes, no, he doesn't have power. And with that skill set, you don't need power. So yes, Crawford is moving up in weight. No, he might not possess the power to hurt, to stun Canelo. But I believe his skill set is going to frustrate Canelo, right? When he fought Skull, what happened? He became frustrated because he couldn't catch him, right? The experience didn't matter. The power didn't matter. None of that matters if you cannot catch. If you can't land anything, none of that matters. Now, I'm not saying that Crawford has a defense like Floyd. No, I'm not saying that. He does get touched way more than Floyd has, right? Crawford does have a chin. Crawford does have the will to win. He does got that. He does have that dog in him that a lot of fighters don't, especially when it gets difficult in there, right? Canelo is going to have a difficult time with Terence Crawford. I truly believe that. I don't think Crawford is. I don't see Crawford having a difficult time. Because again, when he has to turn it up, he will. Crawford can adapt to any style. I truly believe that, right? But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think now boxing ET, the weight difference matters? Canelo is going to beat him. Or you agree with me? Crawford is going to beat Canelo. We'll see. Till next time.